So you will have myself just presenting on this quickly, and we'll share a little bit more information with everyone this morning about our first call for applications. So we will be launching round 1 on the 5th of February 2024. So this is just a couple of days away, Monday, and this will when we launch this call for applications, our both stage 1 community grants and stage 1 partnership grants applications will open. So we will be able to accept applications to both of these grants pathways, and the pathway and the journey that the both grants programs will be taking is highlighted here in the graphic on the right. So for our community grants program, the stage 1 we're expecting will be a concept note. So this will be a lighter touch application form, allowing applicants to share their ideas, anticipated impact and methodology of their project, and just be able to present to us their concept and design of their project. For partnership grants at stage 1, we are anticipating this to be a full detailed application. So this will be a longer application form requesting you to provide various supporting materials and answer a few more questions so that we get all the information we need at the first stage. Stage 1 for the community grants will be closing on the 18th of March 2024, so there's 6 weeks to be able to submit your concept note. And for partnership grants, we'll be closing on the 2nd of April 2024, so 8 weeks to be able to submit your your full application. Looking ahead, if you're invited back to the second stage, the second stage for the community grants will be a full detailed application, and this is where you will be asked and requested to provide additional information to support your application and your concept note. Whereas for our partnership grants, stage 2 will be an interview with our expert committee and panel of experts in the development and marine sector. So that's a little bit of information about the upcoming call for applications, and yeah, it will be going live on the 5th of February, so just around the corner. Looking at the wider journey, so as touched upon, we're launching on the 5th, and the stage 1 closing date for community grants is 18th of March, and for partnership grants is the 2nd of April. Following this, applications at stage 1 will be assessed by our panel of experts. This, as I mentioned, includes a range of marine and development experts who are independent of both NIRAS and DEFRA, and will be making assessments and providing and scoring applications to be recommended for funding or to progress to the next stage. We expect that successful applicants at stage 1 will be either invited to attend stage 2 by the 3rd of June, or to invited to attend an interview by the 14th of June for the partnerships program. Stage 2 community grants will open on the 3rd and then will be closing on the 15th of July. And so there's a 6-week period for applicants to the community stage 2 to submit their detailed applications, with the partnership interviews taking place between the 15th and 26th of July. And this interview, as I mentioned, will be with the expert panel, and will just provide an opportunity for them to ask additional questions about your proposal and just explore a bit more information about the project that you presented to us. Following this, another assessment period will take place in August and the start of September, where again the expert committee will review applications and interview results, and we're expecting projects to be awarded by the 26th of September 2024. So please, when considering your project, we're expecting all projects to start implementing activities from the 1st of October onwards. So do design your projects in a way that start from October and no earlier. So how will applications be assessed? So we'll be allocating funds through an open and transparent process against clear criteria, and all this criteria will be detailed in our application guidance. The set of slides and this flowchart on the screen just details the various steps that we'll be going through in terms of making the assessment at each of the assessment periods. So once applications have been received, we will be conducting eligibility checks on all applications to ensure that applicants are eligible for the funds, that applications and application forms have been completed correctly, and that all supporting information requested has been submitted. At this stage, eligible applications will be presented to the expert committee for review, and they will take away and provide an assessment of each application. The expert committee will then come back together and discuss all applications in a meeting where they will share their thoughts, their recommendations, and a decision will be made as to what projects will be recommended to either progress to the next stage or to be awarded funding. Following this expert committee SIFT meeting, NIRAS, the grant administrators, will prepare feedback letters that will provide all applications with a couple of points of feedback, either from the expert committee or as a result of eligibility checks, to ensure that applicants can understand either why their application has not been selected to progress to the next stage or for funding, or to, if they have been, help support improvements of project designs for the next stage. So we expect these letters to be really helpful and for projects to really take on board feedback either into the next stage, or if you would like to resubmit your application at a following window, to be able to address feedback and improve your project and come back with a stronger design that may be accepted or recommended for funding by the expert committee. And this will be assessed and looked at by the expert committee if your application is either resubmitted. It's a really good point for them to check and for you to be able to evidence a good approach on. And then finally, after our feedback has been prepared, applicants will be notified of the results via a letter sent by email. So we're not only trying to provide feedback at the various application stages to help with the design of your project, we're also running multiple workshops and webinars to allow projects to join various training and learning opportunities throughout the different stages. These will include question and answers. We will also have a drop-in session with an open question and answer session where you'll be able to ask questions to either ourselves, to DEFRA, or to a range of technical experts that will be supporting the programme. And really want these sessions to help you to be able to submit successful eligible applications and to be able to design successful projects. So on the screen, you can see a list of our upcoming webinars for our stage 1. For community grants next week, we will have a how to submit an application form session where we'll be talking you through how to use FlexiGrant, how to complete your application, and how to access the various materials that are available. We will then be running a how to develop a successful concept note session on the 15th of February, where we'll be trying to provide top tips for developing your application. And then on the 28th of February, we will be having an open Q&A session where you can bring any questions that you may have as you progress through your application process to us, and we'll be able to answer these questions. For the partnership grants, we will have a similar session of how to apply and submit a successful application as an initial event on the 14th of February. We will then have a focused monitoring, evaluation and learning webinar on the 7th of March, before similarly having an open Q&A session that you can bring any questions that you may have to us to answer. As mentioned, this is just our stage 1 webinar support, a list of events. We will be developing a set of webinars for stage 2 for community grants, which will include more targeted sessions like monitor, evaluation and learning, or maybe risk management and budgeting or financing your project. So please do keep an eye out for these sessions as they're planned, but they will be implemented as part of our stage 2 and open to people who are selected and recommended to progress to that next stage. So how else will you be supported? So we don't only want to offer these webinars, we also want to be able to answer questions and help support you with any issues or problems or requests for support you may have throughout the process. So first of all, we have a help desk that we want you to be able to reach out to with any questions. We're hopefully, as you've seen this morning, a nice friendly team, and we are all really committed to be able to respond to you and offer any support that you may need with developing your application or checking that you're an eligible organisation or that your project is going to be eligible for funding. So please do reach out. Our email address is on the screen, helpdesk@oceangrants.org.uk, and a member of our grant administration team will be back to you as soon as we can. If you would like to speak to one of us directly, we are also open to setting up meetings with individuals and organisations to talk through questions or areas of support you may need. And we understand that not always, it's sometimes hard to convey your requests or your questions across an email. So if you would like to speak to a member of our team directly, then please do just let us know via email, and one of us will be in touch to set up a meeting and be able to speak to you directly about your area of support or request. In addition to the help desk, we are also in the process of setting up a learning and networking platform called the Ocean Community. We want to try and create a space for applicants or stakeholders or anyone interested in Ocean to be able to share mutual learnings, offer peer support, create a networking site, and access and understand other individuals who are working in the same space. So we are just finalizing our approach on this, and this will be available on the UN Ocean Decade site. As part of our webinar sessions, we'll be introducing you how to register for the site and how to access the group, and also how to ask questions and offer support. But we really encourage everyone to be a part of this because we see real value and benefit of promoting that mutual learning and peer support, and want to try and foster a space for people to come together and network and support each other. So we will share more details on this shortly, but looking forward to be able to share this with you. And then just the final slide for me this morning. So as mentioned, we have our help desk. Hopefully you may have already seen that we also have our website and various social media accounts, which are linked on the screen here. So we have a Facebook, a LinkedIn, and an X site. And we have our help desk that you can contact at any time. We would also highly recommend that you sign up to our mailing list, as this is where we'll be sharing all information along with on social media about upcoming events like today's event. So I'm sure that some of you attending today may have received our previous email and signed up and registered for the event following receiving that email. So we do highly recommend that you sign up to this list, and we can provide a link to register for our mailing list in the follow-up email when we share the slides with everyone.